different questions about their life, secrets, scandals, controversies, and every single thing that makes their name pop up on the internet. My name is Omotide Shogule, aka Holy Mo, and I have someone very special in the studio today. But I'm not going to introduce who the person is until we're back from the short break, so don't go nowhere. Welcome back, guys. Before we went on the break, I told you we have someone very special in the studio. So let me tell you who this person is. She's an actress, a Nollywood actress. She's a producer, she's a scriptwriter, and she's even ranked one of the top 10 actresses we have in Nigeria. I mean, who else can that be? If I don't tell you, anyways, I'll tell you. I have someone who is practically endowed in all areas. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not talking about any other person apart from the one and only Ruth Kadiri. Hello, Ruth.
I'm blushing.
Seriously. I had to praise you now. You know, you're one of our favorite Nigerian actresses.
Thank you.
How you doing?
I'm fine. You look good.
Thank you. You look good. I was about to say that. Why'd you have to say that before me? Alright. So, let's get to business. You've been in the industry for a pretty long time now, but it took up to like just last year before we started hearing about you. Why did it take that long?
You mean you only heard about me last year?
Well, most people heard about you just started hearing about you.
How did you know I've been in the industry for
Well, because we follow you, you have fans, we follow you up and down, so we know. But most people just started hearing about you last year, so we just want to know why it took that long.
Well, if you say so, I would also want to say that maybe with the invention of social media and networking, you know, it's easier for you to meet a lot of people that you don't know, and then you have, let's say, quick access to them, unlike before where people just watch you on TV and then they really don't know much about you. They probably just know about the roles that you play and know that you're an actor.
So social media actually enhanced?
Yeah, I think it does. Like, some of your personal life is probably put out there and people form opinions, and you know how that things are.
Alright, so if I'm to ask you about Nollywood, what in particular amazes you about Nollywood?
Well, what amazes me about Nollywood? I think the fact that I'm able to interpret or be somebody else or anybody I want to be at any time is one of those things. You know, This is the only profession that allows you be anybody. You know, and then it's also intriguing because you also it's also a platform for you to learn about other people's lifestyles and cultures and put yourself in their shoes and understand them. You know, unlike other fields that you probably just stick to one routine.
Okay, so right from time you've always wanted to be an actress?
I've always wanted to be an entertainer. I've always been very interested in telling stories and all that, and then well, I've always been interested in entertainment, but as you know, as a child, when you're in school, you have things. Oh, I want to be become a lawyer. I want to be a doctor. I wanted to be a lawyer. Yeah, but I ended up here.
Okay, so something must have changed your mind from being a lawyer into being an actress.
Well, I guess this is what I was meant to be, one, and then also I wouldn't really want to blame the society, but these are factors that contribute to making you start having to either change direction or change your mind about certain things and certain angles that you decided to face, I would say. You know, because having to write jam a couple of times and it's not working, and you can't just be in one place, you need to go to school because you need to move forward in life, and you know how all these pressures work and all. But like I said, this is where I guess I was meant to be.
Okay. Why is it that right now the music industry seems to be like ahead of the Nollywood industry? It seems to be advanced. Why is that?
I wouldn't really want to agree that it's because one of the music industry
is ahead of.
No, I won't want to agree that it's because of technology or one or two things they do differently. I think it's easier for people to identify with songs, be it what you even understand or not, than a movie. Do you understand? Because if you have to watch a good movie that is in English, or that's not in English per se, it would take time. But when you hear a song, you might not even know what they are singing. As long as you feel it, you accept it.
Okay.
You know, so that's it.
Okay. If you have the options of Genevieve, MME song, and Uche Jumbo, and you're meant to pick, like, say, for example, say a role model out of these three people, who would that person be?
Of course, my role model will be Uche Jumbo, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah.
So why Uche?
Study the likes of these three people. They are all very hardworking women, and so far they've made a name for themselves in their various areas of strength. But I think that one of the people that I really that really inspires me with her lifestyle and her perception about life, and so far everything that happens around the industry, I would say Uche Jumbo.
Okay. Alright, we're going to go on a short break now. I will still have Ruth Kadiri in the studio. At the time we come back, we'll have more deep questions from Ruth Kadiri. Don't go nowhere.
Deep.
Welcome back, guys. I will still have Ruth Kadiri in the studio. Now we're going to be asking our very serious questions. Ruth,
Yeah?
is it true that married men are more attracted to single ladies?
Married men are more attracted to single ladies.
Or why is it that married men are attracted to single ladies?
Is that a statement of fact?
No, it's a question.
Okay. I don't know. I think it's a general thing. The opposite attracts. So I really don't think it's about being married. The single guys are attracted to. Are they attracted to married women?
Well,
I think they're also attracted to girls. It's just it's a male thing, basically. It's not about whether you are married, because if you say that, it would mean that you are accusing a lot of married men of being attracted to single girls, and you actually might be breaking someone's marriage right now.
I'm not trying to break someone's marriage. It's just out of being observant that you've only observed that married men are more attracted to single ladies. Alright, so have you ever dated any married man?
No, I haven't.
Okay, but your boyfriend, who it's all over the internet actually, your boyfriend who is in UK is said to be married.
Who said so?
Well, it is all over the internet.
Okay, well, you know, most times there are a lot of things that come up, and then there are rumors. Apparently, the one I heard is that the person I'm dating is in Benin.
So
really, these are, come on.
But is he married? That's actually.
Of course, he's not married. Like, is he married? Are you asking me if I'm dating a married man?
Yes, that's what I'm actually asking.
No, I'm not.
Okay. So he's in Benin and he's not in UK. So people have to get facts right. Anyways, moving on. Has any producer ever asked you for sex?
No.
But it is very rampant. Well, most times people say before a producer gives you a role, they ask you for sex or something in return. So
I am also a producer, and then I find it very offensive for you to say that most producers always ask for sex. Does it mean that I ask for roles for sex?
Male producers, to be specific.
Are you saying that the male producers don't have integrity? That the fact that he's a male producer means he asks other females for sex?
But it is just what most people hear, so they want to believe that is how it is. It's not a matter of integrity or something.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I haven't experienced it, and I would appreciate if you ask me personal questions.
So Ruth, how can people actually make it in the movie industry?
The industry is very big, and then there isn't really like a particular format for making it. You know, I would say, other than the fact that a lot of factors come in, at the end of the day, the grace of God also has a lot of role to play in it. And I would just say that as a person who's coming into a field that has a lot of creative people, you should try as much as you can to be unique in whatever department you find yourself, so that it's easier for you to stand out, so that you can easily get noticed, and so that you can get recognition for your work.
Okay, so Ruth, what's your success story?
My success story, I would say that I'm a very dedicated person, and through dedication and hard work, and obviously not listening to side stories, because then I cannot even imagine how I would have been able to continue if I didn't have to shut down towards some things that a lot of people say, that, and it's not really, you don't really have like much platform to defend yourself when people say certain things about you, and so sometimes people just make up stories and keep their opinions, and here's the point, you're not even interested in even explaining yourself. Anything you hear, please believe it. Let me have peace and then I'm fine.
Okay, so what has been like the major challenges to getting to where you are today?
I think basically I would say I grew up in a place where everybody had opinions and told you what they thought about you. So when you find yourself in an environment and then you hear one or two people's opinions, it just tends to take you back to your shell. I don't know if you understand. So I think for a long time I was worried about what this one would think, what that would think, how this would feel, And then when you say something, it hurts me. I spent 2 years or 1 year trying to explain to you it's not true, And then I think I would say that I started succeeding when I completely shut down, and I realized that no matter what I do, you can't have them all.
Okay, so during all these periods when people were really talking and everything, was it that you were shy or you just did not know how to defend yourself?
No, for instance, I wrote a script that had a lot of sexual content, and it was shot, and there was outrage. And I had a lot of phone calls. Oh my God, Ruth, no. Did you say, oh no, blah, blah, blah. And it affected like the next 10 scripts I wrote. I was very concerned about not adding certain things so that doesn't repeat itself. So it gets to a point. And then one lady sees me at the airport, and then she says, I read that your boyfriend dumped you. It's good. You're always writing scripts where men are always slapping women.
Seriously.
And even though she said that, I was just looking at her like, oh, okay. It also affected my writing, because everything you say affects me, and I'm like, okay, maybe this person is not going to like this. Let me take it off. At the end of the day, you probably don't have content, and it starts to affect your work. So it gets to a point where you have to realize that, do you want to write? Express yourself. Forget about what any other person says. And do what you think should be done. You think you want to express creatively, I say no, I don't worry anymore. Really.
So of all your works, about the stories you've written, which is like your favorite?
The next one I will write.
The next story you will write.
Yes.
So what's this next one you will write?
I don't
What's
know
your
yet.
next project?
He gets better, so you can't say, this you think this is the best, and then you come up with something else.
Okay, but so amazing. Far from the ones you've written before, which is like your favorite?
I'm telling you that the next one I will write is gonna be my favorite.
Okay, all right, no problem. So Ruth, let me ask you this last question: if you had to kill, shag, or marry between RMD, Ike Ogbonna, and Osukeji, who would you kill? Who would you shag? Who would you marry?
Shag and marry. I will. Wait, let me think about it. I will kill RMD.
Okay.
I will marry Ike Ogbonna, and I will shag.
Is there any, like, you probably want to work with somebody? Is there somebody in particular that you really want to work with in the nearest future? Male, female?
I want to work with Motola. Yes, I have worked with her, and I would love to work with her someday.
Okay.
Yeah, she's one person that I admire a lot, and then I would like to work with her. I'll just say that.
Okay. How about male?
Male. I don't know. I don't have any male. Maybe any talented person.
There's nobody in there that's all right now.
I've worked with a lot of people that I have always dreamt of working with. So, I guess I don't know. I really don't have a name.
Okay. Alright. So, Ruth, is there anything you're working on right now? Any new project? Anything coming up soon? Something we should be expecting from you very soon?
Yeah. There's a movie we're filming. It's on Monday. We're starting. It's called Memory Lane.
Okay.
And then it has a couple of friends and family in the movie. And I think it's gonna be a good one.
Did you write this one or just...
Yes, I did.
Oh, no wonder you said it.
Yes, I did. So it's gonna star the likes of Ebele Okaro, Uche Jumbo, Sheilo, myself, Kenneth Okoli, Too Sweet, and a couple of other people. Yeah.
Okay, so we're actually looking forward to that.
Yes, please do.
Alright, Ruth. So what would you say to upcoming actors, actresses out there who probably do not even know how they want to venture into this? What would you say to them?
Well, I would. I think that in every state or area, in every state basically, they have Actors Guild of Nigeria. The best way to start is to try and register, and then be sure that you are talented and you're good. You go for auditions. That's the best way to start. And then I think you should register legally, because there are a lot of people that are scamming people right now of their money and all that. So be sure you are registered with Actors Guild. That way you will meet a lot of other people like you, and it's easier when you guys are more together than when you're just on your own, letting one or two people scam you. And then be focused. That's how it starts. Then it gets better. And then it gets worse. And then it gets better.
For those people who want to reach out to you, your fans, do you have like Instagram, Twitter handle where they can reach out to you?
Yes, my Twitter handle is Ruth Kadiri, and my Instagram handle is also Ruth Kadiri. Yeah, that's all. And you can follow me on Snapchat Ruth Kadiri as well.
Alright, thank you very much, Ruth. It's been wonderful having you on the show.
It's been wonderful talking to you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of Spotlight on Broadway with Ruth Kadiri. I hope you enjoyed yourself, and we're going to be coming your way same time next week. Do have a lovely day.